Back from Thailand, and we're going to give you a little bit of a recap of what went on here. Kind of just going to go through a few things that we did, some highlights, and then we'll kind of go back to a few random observations that we made while we were there. All right, Patong today. Let's do this. I guess I could give you my 2 cents on Patong, which it's loud. It's like Vegas. There's a ton of salespeople on the street. Sunglasses, taxis, massages, you name it. A lot of wild stuff going on there. Alright, so here we are in Patong today. Don't mind my sweat. I'm gonna have a nice glisten before the day's over, if you haven't already noticed. It is loud, it is very Vegas-y, and the salespeople are endless. If I turn here, you'll probably get a look at your thoughts.
I think it's a great place if you want to go see ladyboys and ping pong shows. Frank loved them. The beaches are insanely crowded, so I definitely don't think it's a place to go hang out at the beach, even though it is so beautiful. It's probably one of the prettiest views. And then there's massage parlors everywhere. Sorry, I'm stuttering. Good and bad ones, so definitely do your research. The one I went to was a 2-hour-long massage for $24. It was magical.
Okay, so I am back down at Patong Beach. Jamie decided that she wanted to get a massage, which gives me a chance to get a little B-roll footage and come back to this beautiful beach that is insanely overcrowded. So, update. I'm sweating, so I guess that's not really an update. So I'm probably, I don't know, maybe a little less than a mile away from Jamie. She's getting a massage for, I believe it's going to be an hour and a half. So I'm going to start making my way back towards her because it's a hike. And I got to stop at 7-Eleven and buy another water. So drank about 6 different waters today, and I went to the restroom once. If that gives you any indication on how much I'm sweating. I've decided to walk along the beach, which is a nice sight. A lot of good things to see here, a lot going on, but I am paying for it. When I sat down at the bar that we stopped at, they give you a wet towel. I think I wiped all my sunscreen off, so tomorrow when you see me, I'm most likely gonna look like a lobster. What did you think of today?
Pretty good, a little hot.
Did you have a nice Thai massage?
2-hour massage for what, $25?
Can't beat it.
Life.
So the second thing that we did, main thing that we did was go visit the temples, Wat Chalong Temple and the Big Buddha. So we went to Wat Chalong first and then slowly made our way up the hill to Big Buddha. Today we are at the temples. Oh, that's what we're doing? Spin around here. Very large temple. Jamie is now accurately dressed.
Yep, got my shawl.
So that we can enter those. So let's do that now. very impressive to go to. I mean, the architecture of these places is mind-blowing at both. Two completely different styles of temples, but it was very interesting to see the culture.
Yeah, just be very respectful when you go. I think that was probably my favorite thing that we did the whole entire trip, just because I just love being around art, and the art and craftsmanship of both temples that we went to are unbelievable. I'll never be able to see anything as beautiful like that ever again. I liked how zen everything was. Like everyone, it's a temple, so everyone's really peaceful and quiet, so I like that in my life, believe it or not. And definitely from Big Buddha, it has the best view in all of Thailand, I think, hands down. It's magical. You see all of the mountains in the background and the sea and the town below it. It's stunning. I wish I could go there every day.
After temples on the same day, we also squeezed in going to Kata Beach, which was, along with Patong and a few other places, on the list of places that we were checking to stay at. Obviously, Patong was a little out of our comfort zone, loud party scene, a little too much for us at this age. But Kata Beach was like a mini Patong, not nearly as wild or crowded. We were not there for the nightlife, so I can't speak to that, but during the day it was definitely a decent crowd. We were able to walk maybe 4 or 5 blocks up from the beach and find a quiet place to eat, and that was awesome. But you know, the beaches, Patong and Kata, both insanely beautiful.
Phi Phi Island, super, super worth it. We did some snorkeling there. Snorkeling was so fun. I actually was terrified the first 10-15 minutes in, but once you get the hang of it and you like can breathe and figure it out, it was like smooth sailing. It was so easy and it was really fun, like, because the fish, they swim with you. It was cool. I liked it. I didn't think I would.
Yeah, I mean, I think the key on Phi Phi Island is you'll see a lot of YouTubers that are going to say, don't go, it's overcrowded, it's miserable. I guess it can get that bad, but we did their early bird tour, or whatever it's called, that they everybody recommended doing. Absolutely do not do anything in the later hours because the beaches are out of control. There's longboats just lining them. We went through Island Dream Exploration. I think it cost us around $100 a person. Absolutely worth it. You go out on a larger boat that's wider, so if you're somebody that gets seasick like I do, I definitely didn't want to go on a narrow speedboat, so kind of check into that before you go, because there's all the way from a narrow speedboat, like a cigar boat, all the way to a ferry that's going to take 2 hours to get you there. It took us an hour, the same as a speedboat, and it really was not a bad ride at all. I didn't feel sick one bit, and it helps that they have waters and a bathroom on board and everything. It's kind of pretty comfortable ride. I think there was maybe 40 people on that boat, and we weren't really smashed in there.
And honestly, none of the beaches were crowded, like, at all. I didn't feel like...
Yeah, go early. Definitely
do
go
early.
There's no other feeling when I'm next to you. No one else around, just a space for two. There's no better feeling when I'm close to you. I look into your eyes as an ocean blue. When I'm down, you lift my feet off the ground. There's no other feeling when I'm next to you. No one else around, just a space for two. There's no better feeling when close to you. I look into your eyes as an ocean blue. When I'm down, you lift my feet off the ground. There's no other feeling when I'm next to you. No one else around, just a space for two. There's no better feeling when I'm close to you. I look into your eyes as an ocean blue. When I'm down, you lift my feet off the ground. You lift my feet off the ground.
After Phi Phi Island, the next day we did the hype boat tour, or boat cruise, luxury boat cruise. Is that what we're
Yes.
calling that? Yeah. So they picked us up, and we actually went to the Wat Chalong Pier, which you can actually see from Big Budo. And so we were on Panwa Beach at this point in our resort, and we kind of looped all the way around the water. I think it took us like a half hour, even though we could see where we were going, just to kind of get all the way around
it's
it.
just so windy, the roads there.
Yeah, so we loaded up there. You get your own private cabana situation there. They had really excellent food. And then you also get to snorkel there as well. And they take you to a few different beaches as well that I think one of the best beaches that we saw was during that. And
Yeah.
white sand, and the water was insanely clean.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It was that particular one. I don't remember which
It
one.
wasn't Racha, because in Phi Phi Islands tours
Coral.
I think it might have been
Sorry.
Coral.
Oh, I got really excited, so I remembered it. It was the clearest water I've ever seen in my life. It was unbelievable.
Because the Phi Phi Island tours, when you were snorkeling, it was more of it was more shallow water, and Racha was probably 25 feet deep, where we were farther out from land, and so it was cool to get two different perspectives on that. We did probably 4 or 5 different places that we snorkeled while we were in Thailand. So don't be afraid of sharks or any other nonsense like that. Get in the water and see this stuff, because it is insane.
Yeah, it's worth it. Elephant Sanctuary, my favorites. I think everybody needs to go see them, especially to the sanctuary. I wouldn't go anywhere else. They make you watch this amazing 8-minute video and you'll cry. It's devastating. But it is so amazing to see them in their natural habitat and free and just happy and well fed, and they're just living their best life. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to be an elephant.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's a lot of different sanctuaries that you can go to, or different places that you can see elephants. This place, there was no riding, there was no bathing. It was awesome to see them in their natural habitat. I know I had a friend that went to a sanctuary in Chiang Mai, and he was able to roll around in the mud with them. But this place is all about the authentic experience, leaving them, letting them roam as they go on their own. And so they didn't allow anything as far as that goes. The closest that you could get was to feed them, which you did.
I got to do.
Right.
And I fed them a lot. They're very well fed.
Yeah, they seem to be doing all right. There was 8 of them at this sanctuary. All of them are retired from logging and entertainment industries. One of them that was living on the side of a road, and basically the owner was forcing tourists to pay money to feed the animal and to give the animal water, and if the tourist didn't pay, then the elephant just starved and
suffered from it.
Right. So a tourist apparently had brought this up to the sanctuary. They went and investigated it, and I think with some help from authorities in Phuket, they were able to remove the elephant, who is now doing quite well. But most of them were pretty old. Most of them were older. There was a few that were in their 30s, and then there was
170.
several in the 50 through 70 range. So
they live like humans. They're a lot like humans, believe it or not. They're just magnificent creatures. If I could buy one, I'd put one in this room. Vito would love it.
Oh, it's to give you some idea of how we broke this up. We spent 4 nights just outside of Old Phuket and a little bit more of a locals area in an Airbnb. So 4 nights at a newer condo with air conditioning and all the amenities, a nice pool and everything. It was in the center of town, but it was $150 for 4 nights. Super cheap through Airbnb. The other 4 nights we did at a resort at the X10 on Panwa. I think that was 180 bucks a night, and it had a beautiful view and right on the beach, and it was super quiet. So where we were, even though it was in the middle of the city and it was super busy, it wasn't terribly loud, but there was nobody around.
No.
So I mean, you had a few restaurants and that was about it, and it was really nice to kind of unwind after hitting it so hard as far as excursions go and getting all this stuff done in the first 4 days plus the first day of real travel. So that's my takeaway.
I couldn't get over the fact, I remember like walking down one of the streets and like looking at Frank and like cracking up, and he's like, "Why are you laughing?" And I was like, "Can you just realize that we are literally on the opposite side of the world?" It like blew my mind. It's so surreal. And it's just incredible. Like I can't wait to see places like that more. So guys, that's our video. If you want to see more, let us know. If you want to know what you should pack in your bag on a long haul trip like that, let us know. We can make a video like that, because I will say that I was super prepared, maybe over prepared, but I think I had everything I could possibly need.
Very helpful to be prepared on something like that, because if you don't bring stuff that you're going to need, you'll pay for it. And it is, 16 hours, no matter if you're in first class or in economy, it's still a long time to be on a plane.
Because it does take a toll on your body, especially. But I've had all the necessary items. I never felt sore or dehydrated.
So anything else that you want to know, there'll be blogs in the description here. One that's kind of telling you what our thoughts were on Cathay Pacific as an airline internationally, and also kind of getting in a little more detail and chronicling the trip. If that's something you're interested in, you can click the link down there. Other than that, I guess we'll see you on the next adventure. That's all we've got for you, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Vito, you have anything you want to say?
Do you want us to do a video about Cathay Pacific? Because Mom would love to talk about them.
Well, bork bork, you said.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
See ya.